Hello and welcome to the War Report. I am your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT 2.0 and AEW. How are we feeling today?
Mixed emotions. I think today was a rough day for a lot of people. It's a lot of bullshit going on in the world. But
Normal
besides
in
that, hey, another day. What's up with you?
I've had a good couple of days, which is, just relaxing, chilling, enjoying my days off. What I'm not rocking with is I was watching NXT. I was perfectly fine. As soon as I got up to set up the laptop to record this episode, my allergies started going fucking nuts. So, pardon all the sniffles and shit. But
right. I washed my car the other day. I paid a little extra for this one, with the waxing and all that stuff. I swear that literally hours later, my car was covered in pollen. Immediately, I wasn't even parked near a tree. It just was covered in pollen. So kind of a waste of my money.
Summer, please come soon. I'm hating right now. And then also, what is it? I'm in my runner era. I took a couple of runs.
There you go.
Yesterday, but it wasn't documented because honestly, I thought the health app will hold me down, but apparently that shit capped and don't really calculate shit right. So it is what it is. But
you got the Apple Watch?
No, I ain't got no Apple Watch. I'm not gonna. Apple Watches are extremely expensive, so I'm not gonna get that just because I'm like walking miles and miles.
You get like the Nike app, the Nike Run Club.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, okay.
I don't need an Apple Watch to to download that app. But I like walked for like almost 6 miles today.
Nice.
So it was cool. I got lost, but it was fine. I found my way home.
Sometimes it's fun to get lost. I mean,
a little bit.
It could be fun to get lost. Not solo. You gotta be lost for somebody else.
Okay. I found a trail. Like, what is it? I walked to like this park that's like a mile away. Like, I was just gonna go for like 2 miles, and I was just like, okay, let's like hang it up. So I would walk to a park that's a mile away from me, and then I'll just walk back and it'd be like, oh, that's 2 miles.
Yeah.
And then that's what I did on Monday. Today, which we're recording this on Tuesday. I found like something just called like it was something trail. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm not gonna track me down. And I was just like, oh, this is cool. I didn't know this was here. Let's see this shit out. Maybe I'll like, just walk this path all the goddamn time. And then it just kept going.
Yeah.
And going and going. And then what's crazy is that like the trail kind of goes through the water onto an island, which I was very concerned about because I was just like, how am I going to get back? But there's a part where, cars have to get through. The bridge is like hella low. So if you are like above 5'5", you would have to like crawl or like, kind of like
you're on an adventure?
Scrunch down.
What are you, Nathan Drake?
Basically. And I was just like, oh, I don't know if I really like this. And then I was just basically just coming out of it. I was just like, I hope I'm not on the opposite side of the highway because then I would have to like walk back the trail. And that didn't sound good to me because of the stupid little bridge thing. But I found my way home. I since I got lost, I was just like, time to do irreversible damage and go to Waffle House. Demolished it.
a little reward.
Yeah, it was a huge reward and it was fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I don't really do anything on my days off. Like I really just stay in my house. But now I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. I don't really play. I haven't played video games like that in a couple of days. So I'm just like literally do anything else right now. So
it's nice outside, man. I've been so ready for nice weather. I know you're in Florida, so it's different. But like out here, it was 50s for like 1 week, and then all of a sudden it was like 85 this weekend, and then I don't know. Now it's 60 again. We're still trying to figure it out over here. But
what was cool about the trail is that it was close by the water. So like it was like a cool breeze coming through. But once I got back into the city part, or away from the water,
yeah,
it's like, hey man, this shit kind of ass.
City heat different. I lived near the beach, so I feel you on that.
Yeah, but that is it for what's going on in our weeks. The reason why we're recording this early is because just some work things came up, so I didn't want to leave Quan hanging again. So I can still do the thing, man.
Plus, I get to watch the Survivor finale live now, so that's pretty cool. That's a plus.
Now you don't have to actually watch AEW.
Yeah, I can watch AEW later. I'm in no rush.
Okay, so let's get into Indies Trenches, man. We got a little bit of news. One of these is fucking hilarious. I don't know why you put this here.
I was scrounging for news.
Yeah, anything that wasn't Sasha Naomi. I would like to say shout out to Russell Inc. and fuck Ringside News.
You feel me?
Rip rest in peace, Bozo. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they just go on. Don't be a transphobe, bro. Stop being disrespectful to Nyla Rose. Let them do their thing. Okay, so first things first, Kyle O'Reilly confirms the length of his AEW contract. He is signed for 5 years.
5 of them things.
Let's see how old this young man is.
Kind of like 30. He's probably like 36, low key. Okay. I don't even know.
What is it? Greg saw the news and he was just like, dog, I believe it's him, O'Reilly, like all of Undisputed Elite signed for 5 years.
Okay.
Bobby Fish is about to be goddamn 50 when his contract is over.
Hey.
Kyle O'Reilly is going to be 40 when his contract is over.
Hey man, good for Kyle. Happy he got his bag. I still feel like a disappointed dad when it comes to Kyle. A lot can change in 5 years, but I still feel like he kind of ran, and he ran back to Adam Cole, and it really hurts my heart that he did that. It really does.
Honestly, I can't say he ran from the grind because I really wasn't seeing it, bro. Like him and Von Wagner was stinking it up, and him Adam Cole was too.
Yeah. No, this is my thing. I wish if he would have came to AEW doing his own shit and not re-rocking, Undisputed Era, I think I would have been cooler with it. But the fact that he ran away to go back to do the same shit he was already doing before, that's where I'm like, oh, that's kind of disappointing. Like I'm already like, oh, that sucks. I saw this already.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason, it's so much worse.
Yeah, what else can they do? They've done everything at Undisputed Era.
Yeah. And it was much cooler when they did it then, so I don't know what they're really gonna be doing now. Yeah. But what is it? The question was brought up like, oh, do they go back to WWE after their contract is over? And honestly,
probably not. I don't think so.
I don't think so. And two, honestly, he could ask for his release. Will they grant it to him? I don't know, but he could really just be like, nah, I ain't really staying for the 5 years. Fuck this shit, bro.
I think he's probably happy to be there.
Yeah, he doesn't have to cut a promo, so I'm sure he's all good and fine. Next, two things about this. I just wanted to start out with there was a news saying that Kenny Omega is still not ready to come back.
Yeah, that boy banged up. I couldn't find the article, but I remember seeing it on the timeline. That boy got a broken foot, broken head, broken ear. He got all kinds of broken stuff. It's not looking too good for him.
That is crazy, bro.
Well, Tony
Khan was really letting him go out there banged up like a motherfucker, bro.
Hey, that's that old school mentality though. Kenny kind of within that era of that old school whatever. You just work hurt no matter what. Especially in the position he was in. I understand. He was that guy. He had to be there and show up.
But that's crazy though, man.
Wrestling with vertigo is nuts. I couldn't imagine wrestling with vertigo. I don't even like getting dizzy regularly. You know what I mean? Just walking. Could imagine having vertigo and having a 60-minute wrestling match. I mean, credit to him, but I hope he gets his shit together and everything. You know,
Nah, not credit to him. Don't do
you
that
know,
if you have vertigo.
When I saw the news, all I could think about was that damn SpongeBob meme with the guy who had the paper bone glass skin.
Dude is fucked up, bro.
That's
honestly
like everything.
I think like Kenny Omega, like if he was to retire, I completely understand.
I would totally understand.
I think it's insane that he's even like not hanging it up currently. Well, like obviously, he could take as much time off as he needs. Like personally, I feel like, you know, take all the time off. Like you do not have to come and save AEW or like, you know, attempt to like, you know, come back as soon as possible.
I mean, he's 38.
Yeah. Kind of it is what it is.
I'm not saying like that's a bad, because plenty of people hit their prime at 38, but I'm just saying it's not like this guy's been wrestling since 2000. So he's already got 20 years on his, and you know the style he wrestles. Mm-hmm. He already had 20 years on his body.
Which I was telling my homie when he signed AEW, they were just like, they asked me like, would it be possible for him to like, you know, kind of do his AEW stint and then like go to WWE? And I was just like, honestly, at the point that he's at, he's gonna be damaged goods.
Yeah,
by the time you know,
it could be Shinsuke. It could be Shinsuke. He'll probably have like one or two bangers, and then it could be like he could be coach. He could coach from there.
He gonna have a banger with Roman. He gonna have a banger with AJ, Cena. That's it. Maybe Sami Zayn. That's it. You're gonna pay that motherfucker to have 3 decent matches. Crazy.
Like chilling.
Yeah. But nah, I just think like for AEW, like I feel like they were really like kind of banking on him coming back like, kind of soon, so they can do well. Like so, they want
to do that the Elite Feud, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah,
I feel like they shifted on that. They were like, this ain't happening no time soon. Let's just put them together.
Honestly, I felt like they should have never even tried to like hint at that for real. Because if Kenny Omega is nowhere to be seen, or you know, not coming back anytime soon, I wouldn't even really put the possibility out there. And then, you know, once it actually happens, people are going to be like, long-term booking, folks. This is long-term booking.
I think at the time, I don't think they realized how bad Kenny was. Maybe Kenny didn't even realize how bad he was. And it was like, oh, I'll probably be back in a couple months. And they were like, nah.
That motherfucker said he was wrestling with vertigo, bro. It's kind of fucking nuts to me. But something else. Will Ospreay says that him and Kenny Omega are not on good terms. What does this mean for the future of AEW?
Just for the quote, he said, shout out to Russell Ting's podcast. I don't know if it's Tings, but I call it Tings anyway. They out in the UK. They say Tings out there, I think. We're not on good terms right now. I just want to leave it. It's just when you leave the building and when you leave New Japan and you pull me to one side and say, hey man, you need to step up for this company. I believe in you. All this gas, and you gas me up. They gas you up hard. You put your heart and your fucking soul into trying to make this, because the bar was high for both myself and Jay. I'm assuming Jay White. The bar was high, and once again, I actually care. And then I want the fans to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling and be like, this is fucking professional wrestling. Yada, yada, yada. Basically, he was like, you gassed me up talking all this about, hey, you're the future. And then all of a sudden, it's, oh, when you go to AEW, it's fuck New Japan and fuck Will Ospreay. And then Will Ospreay was like, what do you say fuck me for? And that's kind of what happened.
I mean, shit, Kenny Omega don't owe him shit. He was just, I don't know. Kenny Omega kind of just told him facts. He was just like, hey, man, I'm gone. You have to step it up. And then he did it. And then,
you know, this reminds me of when Cameron joined Rockefeller. And then Jay-Z was like, yeah, y'all next up. And then when they started getting some buzz, he was like, you know what? I ain't really fuck with y'all. It's the same shit.
Boy, cut him off at the fucking knees. But yeah, I mean, what is it? Ospreay and Omega, I don't really know them to have much of a relationship. So I guess, nigga.
I haven't cared about Will Ospreay since the Vader match. That's the last time I think I watched a Will Ospreay match like
Yeah,
willingly.
and I'm pretty sure, and that match was not good, bro.
That was hard.
Whatever.
That boy was bumping.
I mean, he had no fucking choice. Vader would have killed his ass.
Squash that boy. Rest in peace. Was that his last match?
Vader's? Yes, I believe so.
Okay. I'm just gonna look it up.
You know you didn't. I'm reading more of this quote here.
Oh, it wasn't actually.
You're actually held in high fucking regards and actually regarding everything. And then you done the fucking. He mentions the exploding barbed wire match that went to shit. Yeah, I mean, whatever. I didn't know their relationship to be anything like cool, I guess. Like,
yeah.
Just felt the need to say the nigga name just to say it.
Do you think Will Ospreay will be at Forbidden Door?
I mean, he had the New Japan Strong match, right? Like, why wouldn't you have him there?
That's fair. I don't know the relationship between him and AEW.
You know what? I was about to say, fuck it, business is business, but with AEW is not business. So, we'll see. But Kenny Omega's not there, and Will Ospreay will put asses in seats for the AEW audience. So, who gives a shit if Kenny Omega don't really like the kid? Kenny Omega's like he doing the video game shit. Who cares?
It's just some news. Also, Vader had like 10 more matches after that Will Ospreay match. I don't know how, but he did.
That's hilarious. That boy felt the rush. But honestly, for that New Japan show, if Okada and Tanahashi are not on that, I think the show's a bust.
They're on. They have to be on there. I bet they'll get announced this weekend. They'll say Okada will be there.
I fucking hope so.
That'll be like the surprise for the pay-per-view. Okada
comes
out or something. What's he doing?
Or Titantron or some shit.
Yeah,
honestly.
He'll help up on the screen.
Like, I need those two to be there. If it's gonna be like what is it? LIJ niggas, Suzuki Gun niggas. I'm just like, whatever. Don't care. It's over. And then it's gonna be Bullet Club niggas. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, you already know Jay White's gonna be on there. You know what? Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to Forbidden Door. I think it'll be
Jay White being there is cool, but the other Bullet Club niggas, no, I'm not trying to see Chase Owens, bro.
Liv Morgan.
True Liv Morgan is that is funny. That shit is funny as hell. The best Bullet Club right now is the one people with only three niggas.
I saw some people like really upset about that. Like people are joking about the Liv Morgan being a Bullet Club thing. Like y'all really that like
that tight?
First of all, Bullet Club hadn't even been cool or relevant in the last like 5 years. So like,
yeah,
who cares?
This is honestly the coolest shit going on right now. Like nobody's talking about these other niggas, man.
No disrespect to like Impact and Chris Bay and all them, but like ain't nobody.
No, absolutely them, disrespect. Y'all ain't not doing shit over there.
I like Chris Bay.
I like Chris Bay too, and I'm sad that he has to. I'm sad that he has to be affiliated with them. That shit really hurt. That shit really hurts my chest.
Nah, don't do that. Is this like when Booker T joined NWO? What are we doing? What are we doing now?
I think Chris Bay joining is a little less obscure than Booker T joining, but it was just like he joins and then it was just kind of just like nothing after that. It was just like, hey, we got a brother in the Bullet Club.
I wouldn't know. I don't watch Impact, so
I don't see anybody talking about Chris Bay in Impact right now. So
shout out to Chris Bay.
Yeah. I remember seeing his match on like we watched like the spot comments way back, and I was just like, hey man, this Chris Bay nigga really cool, man.
Really cool. That's what they need.
Cool. Yeah, they need cool niggas for sure. But then they have the good brothers that just brings it all the way down. But Anthony Bowens goes through knee surgery, which is very unfortunate for the Acclaim. I don't know what's really going on with the AEW tag division with a lot of people just like kind of just being out. But
yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure that's what Bowens was out for the last time. I believe it was something in his leg. I hope it's not like re-aggravated. So we've lost Anthony Bowens and we lost what's his name?
The other Martin brother,
Darius Martin. So yeah, it's
nah. Last week when we saw Dante Martin back with Matt Sydal, I said, "Damn, terrible shit." Yeah,
yeah.
but
hate to see it.
I mean, AEW is no. I'm sure fucking
there's
Matt
no shortage
Caster
of
is
tag
gonna
teams.
get it. Yeah, there's no shortage of tag team. I'm sure Matt Caster is gonna get like some weird ass singles push.
I believe he had a singles match on Dark. It seemed like they kind of turned them babyface a little bit, which makes sense.
Nobody's booing them.
Yeah, nobody really boos them, so I was like, they might as well.
Yeah,
a babyface. That's fine. They're over.
It is what it is.
Best of luck to Anthony Bowens. Hopefully, get well soon and not too serious.
Yeah, let's hopefully he comes back. And then in funny news, I'm sorry. Well, to me, it's funny. It's a little silly, but Toni Storm talks about WWE creative, and she says that WWE pitched for Charlotte Flair.
Not WWE. A writer, someone within WWE pitched.
Okay,
a writer,
a WWE writer, yes, allegedly pitched for Charlotte Flair to rip her shirt off and not throw a pie in her face. Thoughts, Quan, as I blow my nose.
It's funny. It's so funny now looking back how everybody was so upset about the pie throwing. Could you imagine the reaction if it was this pitch idea?
we got the best case scenario. And honestly, the pie throwing shit, I think it's very overblown.
It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
I think it's very like people
were acting like she didn't get her back. She got her back.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
but also
they're acting like Charlotte was just whooping her fucking ass, but she got a comeuppance at some point in time.
Yeah, she fought her right back, and they had a good match, and they probably would have had another good match at whatever the fuck pay-per-view they were gonna next up. But I just thought it was more of just a deeper kind of conversation to get a little more serious. This type of shit it just is gonna happen not only in wrestling, just in the entertainment business in general. We got these old men kind of running these things, so these kind of things, I think that's why it's important that WWE has people like a Molly Holly or somebody respected backstage say, no, that's not a good idea, bro. We're not doing that.
I think that like what you said is facts, but here I will give them the benefit of the doubt of this being like a PG product, that somebody kind of just said this in the writer's room and then he got slapped in the back of the head.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Toni Storm did say, he said, but her quote was, but then a lot of people fought to not have that happen because that would have been totally terrible idea. So to be honest, the pie was actually quite a sweet treat in comparison to what it could have been. So yeah, I think it's funny that it got mentioned and people were like, no, nigga, this ain't 2002.
Literally, like that's literally how I think that shit went. Somebody was just like, what if, in trying to like stay in like the stay in the realm of like being PG. So it's just like, maybe she just like has like another shirt underneath, or like, they're not I do not see them trying to Ava Marie.
I do.
Toni Storm here.
I could totally see Bruce Pritchard be like, yeah, let's just rip her shirt off. Something. Or one of them. I'm not going to say that Bruce Pritchard was idea. I'm just saying I can see him doing it.
Well, that is another thing. People saw that and then they're just like, Bruce Pritchard, Johnny Ace, Laurinaitis,
one or the other one.
And like any name that they know backstage was just like, it's probably them. It's probably them. It's probably them. It's probably them.
To be fair,
I mean, they don't have to
John Laurinaitis got a history of this kind of stuff,
being a creep ass. But yeah, but I was just like, to me, it was just like, I don't know a lot of shit, and also I don't really like fucking care to know names backstage like that. So I just felt like people were just like, there's a face to a name, and they're just like firing off. They were just like, it's probably that old motherfucker, that motherfucker. And I'm just like, yeah, they didn't give you the benefit of the doubt, but do we really have to play roulette of like who said this shit?
Yes,
it didn't happen.
Absolutely, we do. That's the funny part. I love that. It'd be shit that didn't even happen.
It didn't happen. So why do we have to play roulette of like who idea it was? I think we should be playing roulette of like who the fuck really stopped it, honestly, like, or some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh, Vince probably looked at him like, "Yeah, what are y'all doing?"
I'm sure Vince looked at it and was just like, "Ripper,
what?"
threw that shit in the air. Did the Jimmy Butler crumbled it up? Chew it up.
Y'all do it. This is why Vince got to rewrite shows 5 minutes before the show starts. Because
niggas start, yeah,
y'all sending me this. I'll rip the show up too. Y'all do it, man.
But nah, I saw a lot of people kind of just like get like worked up over this, and it was just like, but guys, it didn't happen.
Yeah, it didn't really know point in getting worked up about things that didn't happen.
Yeah, like
somebody
backstage was just like, this is a really bad idea.
That's why I don't know who's been leaking like stuff that's getting pitched. Like people were upset about Adam Cole possibly. I know we brought it up before, but like people were upset about Adam Cole possibly having to cut his hair and be a manager. No one confirmed it, but people were like angry
and
about
it. And Adam Cole even denied it. He said, "I heard a report came out and said I heard no like such idea come about."
God, newsflash, anybody, I don't think our listeners need to hear this, but like just because something was pitched doesn't mean it was going to happen. It just means it got pitched.
Exactly.
That's
like,
it. I'm creative process.
Just like that. So someone's just like, hey man, what if we, Adam Cole got a big ass head. What if we just like shave that shit? I'm sure that writer got slapped in the back of the head. What are you talking about? Stupid. Like bad ideas get pitched all the time. Like it's okay.
It's the creative process.
When you have to write 52 weeks of television, bad ideas will arise.
Twice a week. So really it's 104 episode of TV.
And sometimes a lot of the bad ideas make it through, but let's be glad that Toni Storm getting her shirt ripped off was not one of them. So
yeah,
All right. I think we made the most of those topics.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We got this.
Oh, we're amazing at this. All right. Let's get into NXT 2.0, and then we'll get into AEW Double or Nothing predictions after.
Mm-hmm. Absolute chaos all around us right now, Barrett. Watch out.
Here's 6 brawl around ringside. Mandy Rose wisely getting the hell out of Dodge. I wish I could. Too close for comfort.
These women tearing each other apart.
Overall thoughts on this NXT episode?
This shit was ass.
Yeah, I think NXT is in a if NXT continues this trend, they're in a very bad way.
I must have to start questioning Mr. Hickenbottom's decision making because I'm getting a little concerned.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, they shouldn't have released all those." And I was just like, "Hey, man, I think a lot of stinky shit also left the show with these releases, like Make Out Time with the Uzi folks."
Yeah, look, I don't know, man. I don't even want to blame the talent on this one. I just think this has just been like, the show had just been uninteresting the last like 2 or 3 weeks, which is unfortunate. I would say both. It's
ever since Joe Gacy, bro.
Yeah, ever since the Joe Casey thing kind of started, I feel like Braun's been in a weird spot. I'm over Toxic Attraction, Legado versus the Italian boys. I'm over that for the most part. The North American title scene's kind of in a weird spot because there's a match coming up.
They need to move on from Carmelo, bro.
Yeah,
it's clear that like they're trying to move on.
The women, I feel like the women on tonight's episode, they got a lot of time. They got time, but like in ring wise, the matches were short. The last Legend Roxanne match felt like 2 minutes. It might have been like 2 or 3 minutes. Alba Fire and
was it Electra Lopez was a lot short.
Yeah, which was fine because it should be just a showcase for Alba Fire. And then Tiffany versus Fallon Henley, although Tiffany did look great in that match, so that's fine.
Yeah, I thought she looked fantastic. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we can probably just get into it.
Yeah. Okay, so Wesley has his match with Sanga. That's what we're gonna start out with first. I thought the match was really fine. Sanga looks he looks really good for a big man. He looks better than Von Wagner on his first couple showings. So
I'd hope so. Say you've been there for like damn near 3 or 4 years.
Oh, okay. So I think that's what I think that's fantastic. I think
it was him and Veer were the tag team with Bivens, and then I don't know. Okay. I'm assuming he was the one who accidentally leaked Keith Lee winning the belt. I don't know which one of them two did it. I believe it was him.
Oh man, I know he got the slap in the back of the head.
What you doing, dumbass?
Stupid ass nigga, what the fuck?
How you leak? I don't know.
Why would you post it, bro? Like,
yeah.
Why? Well, you forgot to hit the close friends bit.
Yeah, you're on a closed set. Not like there were fans there, so no one would have knew.
Honestly, I wouldn't even have taken pictures, bro.
Yeah, you're bugging for even doing that.
Funny shit. But I thought the match was really good. It was a really good showing. Zion Quinn returns from whatever aggravated whatever injury he quote unquote had. And then I guess he was gonna like either jump him or beat up Wesley. But Senga came for the save, and I thought that was really nice. And like I think I said it like last week, if Senga is gonna help him, sort of like find himself and like not be so angry, I'm all for it. I thought it was really cool.
I think it's an interesting twist. I feel like we haven't seen a tag team like that in a minute, where like it was a big guy with a high flyer. I can't really remember the last time we really did that.
Yeah,
in NXT. So that'd be cool.
And it's cool. And if they're gonna form, I don't think they should really form a group. But if they're gonna still like associate with like Nathan Frazier, I think that's like a good like. It's a weird mix of people, but like I think that's pretty cool. Actually,
I don't see why Nathan Frazier and Wesley can't be a tag team.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Both guys are. I believe both guys are fairly young. I don't know how old Wesley is, but I'm pretty sure Nathan Frazier ain't even like 25 yet.
They would be dog. It would be just MSK 2.0, and it would be just as good or even better.
It's like low key, like it's like Too Cool and Rikishi or some shit like that. You know, because you guys saying it's the big guy, obviously less dancing, but that kind of dynamic. We got like a tag team, and then like a big guy with the tag team. Nathan Frazier's he's 23, so yeah, you know what I mean. Like he got plenty of time to be a singles guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Wesley 33. He's way older than I thought he was. Jesus Christ.
That's fine. If they want to get like the tag team shit cracking again, or like that's all fine with me. But I thought the match was really good. Zion Quinn, I think this is a lot better shit than what he was doing with Draco Anthony. So it's all good and fun. Moving on, we have a very smelly match between Mandy Rose and Indy Hartwell. And I always felt a dark presence coming from this match.
Would this Indy Hartwell's parting gift?
If this is a parting gift, dog, NXT really ain't fuck with her, bro. I thought that like when I saw Duke Hudson versus Braun Breaker and then Indy Hartwell versus Mandy, I was just like, this might be the curtain call for the Uzzy folks, bro.
Yeah, either they go on to SmackDown on Friday or they are out of here.
Nigga, I was not thinking about no SmackDown.
You think they're out of
here? Fingers crossed that they could still be with us, man, because I think Indy Hartwell is really nice. And Duke Hudson, he just needs to find something, man.
Duke's fine.
Send him to Vince. Vince might come up with something crazy.
They did send him to Vince, and they couldn't figure out nothing to do with it. Remember? They sent him to Vince, and they didn't. They couldn't figure. You sent him right back to NXT.
Oh shit. Yeah, might be dark, man. And then I typed it out in the chat. Well, let's get into the match. The match was very short, in my opinion. I think it was mostly in picture. And Indy Hartwell, I thought, like, if this is gonna be your curtain call or your last match, you kind of got to go crazy. And then she did not go crazy at all.
They ain't even get time. That's what I was saying. Like, I feel like none of the matches got time.
Like that, I don't even think that match was like made it to first gear. Like,
yeah, and most of it was a commercial. It felt like an AEW women's match. Like most of it was a commercial. We came back from commercial and it was over.
Yeah, and then it was a DQ finish, which I wasn't happy about. And then I was just like, oh, maybe they'll like run it back with like Toxic Attraction, Indy Hartwell, Katana. So
you know what fucked up Indy? I think which it's not a bad thing, but like I think Candace getting pregnant kind of fucked it up for her.
Oh yeah.
I think that tag run was really going really well for those two. Mm-hmm. They were having really good matches, and then Candace gets pregnant, and then they kind of have the wedding. I feel like after the wedding, I was kind of like, okay, now And then there was nothing really else to do after the way the whole like end goal of the way was to get Indy married by that point. And then it was like, okay, now what?
And then it was just like, oh, just make out with friends for the next time. Which I wasn't like too mad at, but I was just like, okay, like when is the like when do y'all wrestle?
That shit was ass.
You know? It was a little entertaining, whatever. But
outside of it, the only positive thing that came out of that was the Indy versus Persia match. And the best part of that was when they came out together. I thought that was really funny. But besides that,
yeah, that was really good. Yeah. But talking to attraction, they got attacked by Caden Katana before, and then Mandy Rose kind of just like left them behind. And then that brawl leaked into this match, which resulted to the DQ. And then as Mandy was just like, yeah, I'm that bitch walking up the ramp.
It wasn't DQ. No, Mandy won. Mandy won.
Oh, yeah. Up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, kind of just straight up won. Didn't even use her finisher. Which I was just like, what the fuck? And then I was kind of just like, oh, okay, like maybe they'll run it back with like, just like 6-women tag. Mandy's walking up the ramp, she gets attacked by Wendy Chu. I say, yo,
and he's done.
I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna post it tonight. I say, yo, if they do Wendy Chu, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chance versus Toxic Attraction, it is cooked for Indy. Fast forward 30 minutes into the show, and it was just like Championship Summit next week is going to be those three versus those three.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
What can you do?
Just send your tweets out now, man. So I think that was very unfortunate. I really do like Indy Hartwell a lot, but
I will say though, Indy is one of Shawn Michaels' girls, so I think maybe she might be all right. I think she might just get main roster called up. I think that's fine if they do. If they have something for her, look, all I'm saying is this. SmackDown just lost 2 girls. They need some people bad.
I know.
Bad.
And
somebody
I know. And Abel Fire is still here for some fucking reason.
I don't think that lasts much longer. I think after Hell in a Cell, I think she'll be on show. This feels a lot like how they did with Gunther, because Gunther changed his name and he was on TV for like a month and then they got called up. I think they're going to do the same thing with Abel Fire. I can't see her being much. They don't even have her in a storyline. She's just there.
Yeah, she's just there, just having matches, trying to find herself or digging deep and showing us what she really about.
Get her swanton over or whatever.
Yeah. Io needs to come back. I know she's injured right now, but speedy recovery, and then hopefully she's not fucking anal about like changing her name or whatever. Like it's easy for them to just be like, just be Shirai or just be Io. And I'm sure people are going to be really mad at that, but whatever.
I think they'll just straight up change it, probably. To what? I don't know.
I heard they were changing her name to Katana Chance.
Right.
Every nigga there gotta like every person that thought about it, it was just like, gotta shut the fuck up for the rest of the year. But moving on, more women stuff. This is our women breakout stuff to close the show. Or close this NXT portion. So Nikita Lyons is supposedly not medically cleared. So I don't know what happened there. Hopefully we get a little more information on that.
That was my pick.
Yeah. And once I heard that, they weren't going to do Nikita Lash 3, I was just like, well, it kind of raises everybody's chances except Lash, everybody but Lash's like chances like winning now. And what is it? Mackenzie is having allergies are killing me. She has a backstage segment with Fallon Henley, which I'm a fan of. I think she's really cool. But I was just like, man, you versus Roxanne or Lash in the finals? Ooh-wee. I can smell it from here. Hell no, boy. And then Tiffany Stratton comes out, and I was just like, oh, yep, she lost.
Yeah, there was no way they're putting Fallon Henley in the finals of that tournament. I said there's no way.
I thought Tiffany Stratton is a good pick here, and I feel like she should have honestly been in this tournament already. But God's plan, she wasn't. So now she could be part of it. And then Tiffany Stratton and Fallon Henley has a match, and I thought it was a really good showing for Tiffany Stratton. For real.
She is an athlete, man. She can. Someone said she got like a creator wrestler moveset, and I kind of see it. Like she can. There's not much she
fucking moving.
Yeah, there's not much she can't do in the ring. Once she gets it all together, obviously, you know, she's still fairly new to this, but she looks good out there.
I think it's coming together very well. Like every piece is just like falling together.
She looks good. She got a character that seems to be working for her. I like the dynamic of her and Grayson Waller still. Man, yeah, she just. I see that. I didn't see the vision initially. Now I see it. I see what's going on with Tiffany Stratton. I think they got one with her.
I always just gave her the benefit of the doubt because I think a lot of folks' potentials are really high in NXT.
Yeah.
But she looked really great. Fallon Henley though, it was really good. It was kind of at the start. When they were like trading strikes or like, you know, just like strike exchanges and shit like that. I thought like it was very poorly timed. But I think after I don't know what to really call that move, but like Tiffany Stratton kind of did like a figure 8, but like, you know, in a V shape or like reverse.
Yeah.
Where she like really worked Fallon's knee.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, after that, Fallon could not get it together.
Yeah.
Like, no, like I get it. She was like selling the knee, but strikes wasn't looking the same. She obviously she wasn't like
maybe that was
much.
intentional.
Like,
maybe that was intentional.
I was just like, yeah, I was just like, damn, like shit just fell apart. You know what? Maybe it was intentional. It's not detriment of her skill, but like it kind of just like after that, it just like fell apart for her. And I was just like, yeah, let's give it to Tiffany. And honestly, after that, I think Tiffany is my pick to win, man.
I don't think Roxanne needs to win this. I think Roxanne will be fine losing this final.
Yeah. Her and Cora do not need to be the two women power trip in this shit. Like, but don't need to get all the accolades.
My only thing is that the winner gets a title match. Do they want to go heel and have Mandy versus Tiffany?
Tiffany could be the face in that.
Tiffany not a face. That character, nothing about that character says she's the face.
Hey man. Once they start talking about appearances, anything, and honestly, for the most part, anything kind of goes in the fucking Full Sail crowd. So I think after, like, let's say Wendy Chu doesn't win, I think the crowd would be like bloodthirsty for Mandy to fucking leave.
You know what though? I'm about to say I think Mandy might leave. Once again, like I said, SmackDown these girls. I think sending Mandy back to SmackDown, I think would be a good idea, and have Wendy win the belt. I think I would be okay with that.
Sending Toxic Attraction, sending all three of them would be like really good. I think it'd be very scary for JC Jane, but
I think Gigi's more of a concern than JC. I think JC got it more than Gigi does at this point.
Let's agree to disagree on that. But we I don't want to your head. I don't want to hear your reasoning. We're gonna move on.
I don't have a reason. I'm just telling you. I don't think Gigi be looking kind of lost out there sometimes. I feel like JC kind of got it more.
I will not disagree. But yeah, I think Tiffany Stratton should win it. Just give her the accolades so she got something to brag about. Like, I think giving her that so she could be like extremely braggadocious with it would be a lot more than, you know, Roxanne just being like, yeah, I get a title shot and then just lose.
Yeah, especially because she already just lost to Mandy a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So let's give it to Tiffany, man. Yeah, let's get into these quick hits, man. So to start the show, we got Stacks and Two Dimes versus they defeat Team BBC, and boy, let me tell you,
that was fine.
Ass, man.
No, it was fine.
No, I don't no. Team what is it? Anofe and Malik Blade, I think they're cool. Stacks and Two Dimes.
I like them. I like Troy Donovan. I don't remember which one's which, but Troy Donovan I was fucking with when I saw him on Level Up. I think he's okay. The match was fine. I was kind of folding laundry at this when I was watching that, so I don't really remember much about it. It was just a standard match. I'd hate it. You don't like the battalion, but you just don't like that group.
I don't. I think they're so fucking lame. You know, I'm open to being impressed. So we'll see what happens when they have their sick man tag with versus Galabia Fantasma. I think that's the big plan for Tony D'Angelo to kind of just like have an all-out warfare and just like get it together. And honestly,
end it, please. After that, I hope that's the end of it.
Yeah. I wish this kind of thing. You know what? Actually, I'm not gonna say that. Actually, I'm not gonna wish this anymore because it sounded better in my head, but I'm gonna say it now. I wish this was like happening around like October, so we could have them in war games.
No,
that shit would have been fucking. That shit would have been fucking nuts.
Bro,
and then I was just like, and then I would have been like, no, that match probably would have been like hella ass.
I don't even know what War Games are gonna look like in October. I have no idea what NXT gonna look like in October. That is nuts.
Let's not worry about that because
I'm
whole
not speculating.
Landscape can change.
I'm about to say in 5 months, Lord knows what NXT can look like.
Yeah, so SummerSlam, they're gonna really have to like try to like gear people up to get ready for like war games. Moving on, we got Duke Hudson versus Braun Breaker. This match stinks, bro.
I won't even
for
say
the Aussie folks. It's a bad way to go out.
No, because at least in Duke's instance, he won via DQ, but he still won. So I think he looks a little bit better coming out of this than Indy did. But yeah, this match is pretty much the same standard kind of Braun Breaker thing. He's distracted by the mind games of Joe Gacy, and they played his high school football highlights. somehow that spooked him because his dad wasn't there or something. I don't know. This is terrible. Make this stop, please.
Yeah, he got emotional because his dad was in Japan getting that bread.
You feel me?
I guess, bro.
I know also, that. My parents been working a lot when I used to do during my athletic endeavors too. I feel them.
I mean, that's just how it is, bro. They gotta put food. They gotta put food on the table, bro. Yeah, whatever. Abba Fire versus Electra Lopez with Cora Jade in the crowd. It seems like Electra Lopez versus Cora Jade is going to be the thing. But I thought Electra Lopez looked. Yeah, okay. I thought Electra Lopez and Abba Fire looked really great out there. Electra Lopez is not the same person that we saw
against B-Fab
a couple months ago. Yeah, I want to erase it from history, but we have to remember that that's the benchmark, man. We got to remember we.
That's one of the worst matches I've seen in like the last like 5 years. I'm like, that was so bad.
That shit was really, really bad. But yeah, man, we're a long ways from that. Cut Wiz, barbershop segment. Carmelo Hayes is just talking his talk, which I'm kind of just tired of at this point. And then Grimes kind of comes in and he's just like, you know, man, nigga saying Nathan Frazier cooler than you, bruh. I say, yo, this nigga green. I was just like, oh man, why you do bro like that, bro? But yeah, honestly, I think NXT has made a mistake, kind of just like looking past Carmelo Hayes already for this feud.
I'm surprised Solo wasn't on the episode, actually.
I mean, it's what the fuck you gonna say? I got next.
Yeah, next.
That's all. That's all.
What if
he came to the barbershop and he said, "I got next.
I got next on the cut."
Yeah. Nah. Whatever.
You ever see somebody get skipped? Like they're supposed to be next, and somebody comes in and just take the seat before they get there. That's just funny as fuck. See it in person.
Nah, that's just crazy.
That's wild disrespectful.
Yeah, I really have to put the beats on the barber, bro. Moving on, we got Von Wagner versus Ike Manjiro. Boy, let me tell you, I was not paying attention to this match. That's the damn show.
King Von, he is now, I believe, 6-0 this year. No losses.
I know you just call this nigga that.
He King Von. Took it to the O. I think he had a decent match on UK this week or last week. Was it 2 weeks ago? I don't remember when it was.
Honestly, I'm gonna be really real. I don't think Von Wagner is that bad in ring.
He's not bad. He's not that bad. He's fine.
I think he's really getting it together in ring. It's just the problem with every person that associates themselves with Robert Stone. This dude is just boring as shit. And honestly, he was boring before associating with Robert Stone, but he's just boring as shit, and I don't care. And what is it? That girl, Cromwell?
I don't know who that is.
She seems to be kind of like an advisor for the Rob Stone brand now. And then I was just like, if you're the advisor, then what the fuck is Rob Stone here for?
I don't know.
Like
I was listening to A Show earlier today, and they were talking about how did he beat all those cuts that they've had. I have no idea how Robert's going to beat all these cuts. That made it. I don't know, but yeah, Von. It's weird. I think he started to grow on me a little bit. I don't know why. I don't hate him as much as I did when I first saw him. He kind of grown on me.
He is way better than when he was hanging around Kyle O'Reilly. That's for damn sure. And that was because they were trying to push him as a face. And honestly, I think this is a problem with a lot of wrestling. It was just like, as a baby face, we really hate him, and then when we're a heel, it's just like, hey man, these guys pretty cool, man. And you start like also, really fucking with him.
You know what? I know people don't want to talk about this, but like, he got ugly. We don't want ugly baby faces on our show. We don't want ugly baby faces. He got ugly.
I need.
I know it's objective. It's objective.
I know
who the ugly wrestlers.
I know. I need to know the list of wrestlers that didn't make it work as baby faces because they were ugly. I need like a top 3.
I gotta think that through.
Think about this list all tomorrow because I need to know. But he was just, honestly, I just thought he was boring. He was just like, I just like to kick it, go to the woods, do my thing. I was just like, yeah, that's lame and whack. And now he's just like, I just like fucking beating the shit out of niggas, man.
I like throwing.
And then he does it.
He'd be throwing niggas somewhere. Throw them in the crowd. Throw them on the table. Throwing people. Yeah. I like that.
And then I know we started like saying that we were kind of like down on it, but I think like the post match like promo or like segment that they had was like really good. But they were just like, hey man, we kind of like made it hot. Like we started beating up everybody, and everybody keep running up on us. I was just like, nah, that's fire. That's what is it? It's Vaughn versus the world, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? King Vaughn.
Yeah.
Opsu.
And then we got a video package, which I wasn't actually looking at my phone for. Giovanna Vinci.
That's the most stereotypical Italian name I've ever heard in my life. They're not even trying anymore with the names.
Yeah,
they gave up.
What they saying?
The streets is saying it's probably Fabian Eichner. It looks like he grew a beard or a goatee or something like that. That's cool. I guess he probably could have been main roster. Honestly, they probably could have just threw him with Gunther and Ludwig.
They really could have.
They could have threw him up there, but I guess they had other plans. I wonder if Vince was like, nah, have him grow a beard.
Bald nigga, no. Bald nigga, no.
Something.
I mean, shit. There's still still could be a chance of him going up with them and being associated with them.
I don't think so. No, I think they wanted to go full on like we're German or Austrian or whatever the fuck. Like we don't need no Italians in the group.
You know what? That doesn't make sense. It was just like two like Austria or like German niggas and then just like one Italian. What is it? League of Nations bit?
I don't know how close Austria and Germany are. I guess they're really close. I don't know like the geographical difference between like where Italy is and where Germany and Austria is.
Oh, it is pretty far. Yeah, it is pretty far. But then also it was just like Austria. I would say it is very close to Germany.
It's literally right next to it.
Yeah, the way the TL be acting. Yeah, it's close to Germany.
Honestly, Italy's not that much further. It's kind of somewhat close. It's in the vicinity.
Well, that is it for NXT. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of this episode, man. If there's not even a match I could really recommend for real.
I didn't give any match over a 3 on this show. Nothing. There were no good matches.
The NXT pay-per-view streak is cooked. I mean, main event streak is cooked.
It's been cooked. It's been for weeks.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks now, but I was just like, every time I think like when the women started main eventing and it was like really good, I was just like, hey man, yeah, they really carrying this shit right now. After that takeover, it's been a dire straits, bro. But
I will say the women on NXT look a lot better than the men do right now. The men, I don't know what's going on. The women at least is somewhat kind of
this Joe Gacy shit. I'm not liking it, man.
Not feeling it. Not that guy.
Definitely not that guy. All right. Let's get into AEW.
Sunday, May 29th. This is game time like the world will be watching.
This crowd is going crazy.
When All Elite Wrestling takes over Sin City.
Win, lose, or draw, you will know that you have been in a fight. I am going to destroy CM Punk.
In the most anticipated event of the year.
Cause we champions, game time.
AEW presents Double or Nothing live.
All right. So we have Double or Nothing here. This is a very, very, very lengthy card.
Man, look.
I would say lengthy to a detriment. Good thing is that we don't record on Mondays, so I'm definitely not watching the show in full. So we're gonna do kind of just in depth. We're gonna give every match as kind of just as much time as we can. Not gonna really ramble on any of these. So I'm sure there's gonna be more pre-show matches. I'm not too sure, but
I think last time there might have been 2. I hope one of these matches on the main card get pushed to the buy-in.
yeah,
I really do.
The House of Black match versus Death Triangle definitely got to like
That
be on
that is a
Rampage
buy-in match.
Yeah, please. Please.
All right, let's get to the card.
Let's get to this card. So this is from Wikipedia. First match we have is Hookhausen versus Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling.
You got to get these guys on the show. Hook was on the last buy-in, so that's fine. They've had this Hookhausen thing going on for a couple months now. This should be a good payoff. Shout out to Tony Nese for getting a little pay-per-view spot. That's cool. Mark Sterling.
Danhausen carry.
Mark Sterling, I don't know. I know he's a wrestler. I don't know like how much he wrestles often, but I'm sure he'll give us some comedy spots. That's all I really got. I thought they had a little funny little training montage vignette. I thought it was cute. It was a cute little training montage. But that's all I got. You got any opinions on this match?
I hope it's short.
I'm sure it will be. It's gonna be a lot of comedy. Nese and Hook. Nese is gonna carry this match. Obviously, he's
I hope him and Hook could probably have like some DC sequences and stuff like that. Danhausen is actually gonna be wrestling, so let's see what the internet's been talking about. He's actually not all comedy.
To be fair, I haven't really heard anybody say anything about his in-ring work.
I saw some people talking about his in-ring work.
Well, they were lying, so you already know that's a lie.
Yeah, they were just what is it? Somebody said that, oh man, what is it?
You're not like Cole Cabana.
Just not Cole Cabana.
Yeah, you know, at least Cole Cabana is funny, but at least you know he can wrestle. You know what I mean? Like he can, you know, he do an arm lock. Yeah, he can wrestle. Don't do that.
Somebody was just like, oh, like they hired Danhausen to kind of pretty much do nothing, and then they were just like, nah, he's like really good. He's just injured right now, so we'll see.
I don't have a problem with Danhausen just being a character. I think wrestling needs that, especially in AEW, where there's a lot of guys. I don't mind them having like a Santino. It's just not for me. That the comedy that he does isn't for me. It's not hitting for me.
It's for the super fans of Rick and Morty. So I'm not that guy. Are you a super fan?
No, but I think
okay. Then exactly.
I wouldn't even compare this. I don't know where you got that comparison from.
Just a very
Rick and Morty's funny.
A very absent of color group of folks.
It's definitely cultural.
For sure. Moving on, we got Anna Jay versus Jade Cargill for the TBS championship. And I could have sworn, haven't Jade Cargill already beat this girl ass?
Probably. She beat everybody. She's like 35-0. This match has definitely just been thrown together last minute. Hey, we need to put Jade on the card, I guess, type of deal. I don't understand why this match is happening on this show. It's pointless. Anna Jay had no heat to her. We haven't seen her in weeks, really.
We haven't seen her since she did her little Karen mom walk while Tay Conti was getting her ass beat by Jade Cargill.
I don't even remember that. So yeah, I have no thoughts in this match. I don't care. Jade's gonna win. So
yep. I actually like NJ, but it just
I do too. This match is pointless. There's been no build and nothing. They like rush this build in.
Mm-hmm. So. Actually, I'm gonna skip over this. We'll circle back. We got Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb.
Ugh.
I hope this match is short. Actually,
I don't know. I think the match will be fine. I just think this building this match has been terrible.
I hope these two women show us something to make up for the terrible build this has been.
Yes, I agree.
Like if you can't cut a they showed us that they can't cut a promo for shit or like really tell a story for shit. So at least go out there and really like blow us away.
Yeah, please. Let's that Thunder strong suit, I guess, to a degree. She can, kind of wrestle at times. Mm-hmm. Serena, that's her gimmick. She's supposed to be able to wrestle. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of chemistry they got.
No way Serena Deeb's winning this.
No, Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa. We have a three-way triple threat for the tag team championships between the tag champs Jurassic Express, Team Taz, and Ricky Starks versus Swerve Strickland. Swerve Strickland.
Keith Lee is Swerve Strickland.
Yeah, my fault.
I think Lucha Express. Not Lucha Express. What the hell are they called? Jurassic Express. I think they lose the belts. I think they're gonna lose the belts. I think Team Taz wins this. I'm gonna go Team Taz.
I will go Team Taz as well. I'm really hoping that they do. I don't need Jurassic Express bring the tag champs for real. Like that needs to stop now.
You're over it.
I was never on it.
I feel like they don't have much presence on the show ever. Really,
they don't have presence. They don't really have much. Like
they don't do much.
Yeah, like
they'll do a match on Rampage every couple weeks, but that's it.
I can't even say.
Like when's the last time they wrestled on Dynamite? I can't even tell you.
I want to say like they don't have heat, but like it's just something else. Like
they're still very over. Like when the music hits, the crowd goes. They're still
when the music hits, it's over because whatever. But I just feel like there's not really much substance in the ring.
They haven't really done anything. They haven't done anything. They've
been doing a lot of singles Jungle Boy, and I'm just like, why? Well, like obviously get some reps in and shit like that, build the feud. But I'm just like, why doesn't Luchasaurus and like Keith Lee and Hobbs like have a match or something? Like just big niggas. The big niggas in the group go do their thing.
I don't
know. But nah, singles Jungle Boy, I still feel like he's not like. Nah, man, it's not really working for me. So I'm gonna go with Team Taz for real, and then Keith Lee and Swerve. I don't even know why y'all really even associated with one another right now. Like,
because they had nothing else to do. Well, they had nothing else to do.
Go away. Go away. Go away. Just go away. Literally do anything else. Like, I'm very not invested in these two gentlemen. Another match I can't really say I'm invested in is the Anarchy in the Arena match. You remember when Moxley said that shit last week and there was like no reaction because they thought he was just talking shit.
Just talking like Moxley usually talks. So something he would just say anyway.
So So we got the Jericho Society versus Eddie Kingston, LAX, and the Blackpool Combat Club. This match is going to be a disaster, and I don't think it's going to be really good either.
I disagree. I think that if there's anything like the first two Stadium Stampedes, I think it'll be pretty good.
Apparently it's not.
I think it's Stadium Stampede, which is a different name because they won't be in a stadium. I think that's
okay.
it.
Okay.
I think this match will actually be fun.
Okay.
Is it necessary? No.
No. If this match is not cinematic, or if it's not done the way that
the other two were,
say Stadium Stampede is, I think this match is gonna be blood and guts without a cage, and I think that's gonna be really bad.
It could be that. Now that I'm thinking about who's on the other side, I think with Jericho Appreciation Society, I can see that. But if it's gonna be Kingston, Santana, Ortiz, and the Blackpool, I don't think they're gonna do a comedy match. I think this might be what you say.
Because comedy and fun is sports entertainment.
Yeah,
pro wrestling is not fun, bro. Come on now. But I'm gonna go with the Blackpool Combat Club because that seems to be the only way Eddie Kingston go get a win in this bitch.
Who's taking that pin? Who's taking the pin? Is it Matt Menard or Angelo Parker? One of them two are taking that pin.
Definitely. Shit. It doesn't matter. They're both losers. Next, a match that should absolutely be on the pre-show: House of Black versus Death Triangle. Who wins? I honestly don't care.
Yeah, I feel like Penta doesn't really get the reaction that he was getting before. I think the Pentagon dark stuff is kind of goofy. Alex Abrahante doesn't make it any better. He makes it worse, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not really invested in either of you guys. I think House of Black, they're kind of just like, they're in a weird spot because they're still feuding with guys like fucking Varsity Blondes and Fuego del Sol for some reason. I only really care about their entrance. And Death Triangle, it's hard to get invested in Death Triangle because either one of them's injured or Pac is back in England. So like, I feel like I can't ever really stay invested in whatever Death Triangle is doing because one of them, it's never a triangle. It's always just two people. So,
it's just a line.
It's a line.
To add on to that point as well, is that neither of these six men have championship, like neither stable have championship aspirations anymore. Or well, I say anymore because Death Triangle actually like wanted to be champions at some point in time.
This is a blood feud, so I get it. It's supposed to be like
this is a blood feud.
They've been beefing for like 6 months.
I guess. I can't call this a blood feud. I can't. Just like because
they're feuding.
Because yes, this has been 6 months, but it hasn't been a consistent 6 months.
No, it hasn't.
So I honestly don't care who wins here because most likely if that rumor about the trios titles is true, we're gonna see this match again.
Yeah, probably.
So it honestly doesn't really matter to me who wins here because I don't think anybody is going to be like hot shotted or, in the realm of possibility of like winning anything, like any type of gold.
Pick a winner.
I'm going to go with House of Black.
Me too. I think House of Black can probably win that. Don't forget about, it's not on Wikipedia, but MJF versus Wardlow.
Actually, what I was going to mention next is Sammy and
I don't think they're on the card. No, I don't believe they're on the card. They might end up. I mean,
that title's in the dirt, man.
Well, they destroyed it. So,
they what?
I don't know. You didn't see? Oh, was that on Rampage or that might have been on Dynamite where Sammy took the sledgehammer, like destroyed the belt. They smashed it in a bunch of pieces. I don't know who's the face and who's the heel in that damn feud. Nothing makes sense.
Okay, so as a placeholder, do we if Sammy Guevara and Scorpio Sky were to have another match again, who goes over?
I would hope Scorpio Sky. I don't see the point in the hot potato and the belt back and forth.
Yeah, I don't either, but they have been. next, another question is if they do a mixed tag match between Paige Van Zandt, Sky versus Tay and Sammy, who goes over?
Tay and
It's
Sammy.
non-title, so
Tay and Sammy.
Okay.
For the heat.
I'm gonna go with Scorpio on both accounts.
But the problem is they're both heels, and like both heels people don't like. You know what I mean? And not like it's like cool heels. It's like people like they don't like either of these guys.
I'm gonna go with the heels that I like more. So
Fair enough.
yeah. All right, yeah. So we'll see what happens if they get involved. MJF and Wardlow. I know we haven't really asked it about any other group in here, but where does Wardlow goes to AEW Championship after this, right?
I would hope so.
What if MJF wins?
See, this is my thing with MJF. He has never had a title shot. I don't think he's ever wrestled for the title.
I think he wrestled like Moxley once.
He might have. I think he might have. You're right. But like at some point, you can't hide him from the title forever. You have to, put him in that position. He wins too much to not do that.
He's too prominent on the show to not be doing that.
That's what I'm saying. So like at some point, we had to have him win a big feud. Who won the dog collar match again? Was it him or Punk?
Punk won it.
Yeah. So at some point, MJF has to win some big feud. He hasn't won a big feud since Cody.
Yeah, you think he gonna spin back on Punk when he win the belt? Because I don't think Wardlow not winning that shit from Punk.
He might.
He not winning it from Punk.
Are we assuming Punk's winning the belt?
I am. So we'll get into that when we talk about him, that match. But I'm gonna go with Wardlow here because shit, with all the backstage drama revolving around MJF, I wouldn't really want him around my title for real anyway. But CM Punk versus Hangman Page. I'm gonna go first so we could continue that train of thought. I'm gonna go with Punk. After Punk is gonna be Adam Cole when he wins. I know we didn't talk about the Owen Hart stuff because I was gonna kind of like save it for last, but because there hasn't been any concrete match yet. But Punk, Cole, Wardlow, MJF.
That's the sequence of people who are going to win the championship?
No, that's the timeline of like Punk's like title reign.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hangman might circle back. So if Hangman wins this match, I still think CM Punk is going to win that belt at some point in time, and then that same sequence still goes along. And I think that'll be enough time for Adam Cole to kind of be rehabbed. You can kind of give Wardlow a little more wins, and then you could also rehab MJF again with like some weird long feud.
I don't think you need to rehab Adam Cole. He hasn't even lost. He lost one match.
Really? I mean, just the time, the time between him and Hangman's feud, kind of just like get some more distance away from that,
Got you. I got you. I think Hangman wins this. Now, what happens after that? I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Hangman winning the match.
If Hangman wins this match, I feel like it's gonna be Dirty Means, and then Punk gonna spin back, and then that's when we get like the real fire of this feud, where like Punk is kind of just eviscerating him on the mic.
But I think it's gonna happen this week. We're just not gonna be able to see it. That's what I kind of think. We're by the time this, we're recording this before Dynamite, so I think that's what we're gonna get on Wednesday. We're gonna get real spicy.
I feel like even if it gets spicy, I feel like it gets spicier. And, I mean, Punk can talk on the mic, even though this whole week we've been seeing Triple H and Cena just kicking his ass. But I think that Punk can just kind of keep going. So even if it gets spicy, I feel like, he can keep bringing it to Hangman Page. And then hopefully, as a result of that, Hangman Page actually becomes better in the mic, through the pressure. Pressure makes diamonds.
I think Hangman's fine on the mic. I just think he's not compatible with Punk.
I don't think he's fine on the mic in a verbal confrontation with anybody. But when it's a standalone and he's like speaking his heart out and shit, or he just kind of just gets that moment with the people, I feel like it is. But like in a one-on-one confrontation, I don't think he's really all there.
Have you really done one of those yet?
No.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like he's not there. I'd probably like Cole at some point.
I think maybe Brian. I think they might have went back and forth. I might have missed. I don't remember.
Yeah, like I think like the Cowboy shit promo was like really good. When he said like our match isn't gonna be like a Bret Hart like tribute fest, I was just like, yeah, that's a really good like jab. But like, what do you like? What would that promo been like if Punk was like right in front of him?
Who knows? We'll find out. Oh well, by the time y'all hear this, you'll know how it went.
But yeah, I think that this CM Punk Hangman shouldn't be a one-off, but I'm gonna go with Punk winning it on this one. And if I'm wrong, I'm gonna be happily wrong.
I'm cool with either way, either side winning.
Because I feel like we're gonna get the rematch, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I'll go Hangman.
Okay. No problem in that. Next, now the Owen Hart tournament stuff.
Hold on, you forgot the
Oh, I'm so sorry.
How could you forget? How could you forget?
I wish the match wasn't happening, that's why. We have the Hardys versus the Bucks. You should have seen it. You can't see Quan doing this thing, but
killing that dance.
I don't care who wins.
Yeah, I don't care about the Young Bucks. I haven't cared about the Young Bucks in probably a year now.
This is not a matchup that I'm excited for. Absolutely not.
Matt, nothing about Matt and Jeff Hardy in the past 4 months have made me feel like these guys can go. What? Whoa! Don't do that. Don't do that.
So
all I said was that the match could be good. That's all I said. That's all I said.
So you're making an inference from what you've been seeing in the past 4 months and thinking that this match might not be fire. Now, how is that any different from when I said Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Fish was not going to be good? And it wasn't.
Wasn't it Kyle?
No.
Bobby Fish?
You don't even remember who it was. Oh my God.
I don't remember anything.
People.
Look, let me tell you something. I thought, because I saw Jeff Hardy in WWE. He was doing all right.
God.
He was doing all right. He would do it under the bells and whistles WWE land. He would do it all right. So I thought, you know what? Maybe singles Jeff, you'll get a little decent match out of, Bobby Fish.
But what was different? I was about to say what's the difference, but obviously the difference is that Matt Hardy's going to be a part of the match.
Not a singles match. But if I had to pick, I would probably go Hardys. I don't know.
I'm going to go with Young Bucks.
Young Bucks don't even really be on the show, so there's no point in them winning this match.
My thing is just like, kind of just like what they're not going to be in the title picture.
Who?
Either winner of here is not going to be in the title picture.
You know what? Now I think about it, I can see Team Taz winning and then losing those belts to the Hardys like in 2 months. I can see that happening. Absolutely. They're going to get a tag title. They're going to get a tag title run. I already know they are.
I don't like that.
It's going to happen.
Whatever. I'm not cool with either of these teams being tag team champions in the future. I'm not fine with this match. Yeah, man, this not gonna work for me, dog. But I'm gonna go with the Bucks because I think they can actually go when need be. There is no more go in the Hardys, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Owen Hart tournament stuff. None of these are solidified or, concrete, but we have either Samoa Joe or Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. I'm going to go with Adam Cole as the winner.
I agree. I'm going to go with Adam Cole as well. Do you think it'd be Kyle O'Reilly versus Cole or going to be Joe versus Cole?
I think it would be Kyle O'Reilly versus Cole.
Mm-hmm. I can see the ROH guys getting Joe out of here.
Yeah, or causing a distraction or some
distraction
shit or whatever. Yeah. I'm not really invested in any of that stuff because
I think Kyle Cole would be good.
I think it would be fine. I'm just not invested in any of the ROH shit. Women Owen Hart tournament finals. We have Toni Storm or Britt Baker DMD or Ruby Soho versus Ruby Soho or Chris Statlander.
This is interesting. They've been kind of pushing Chris a little bit.
I don't know why.
I think she's looked all right. I think the character change really helped her a lot. I'm gonna say, damn. I think Toni Storm should win this.
Yes,
but I wouldn't be shocked if Britt won this. Just because I kind of like Britt's kind of in a spot where she needs to win something.
Mm-hmm.
But then so does Ruby or Chris are gonna win. I think it's between. I have to choose. I'm gonna go Toni. Toni.
I'm gonna go Toni, and I'm gonna go Ruby Soho. That's what I think the finals are gonna be, and what I think the match is good. I hope so. I think Toni Storm is gonna show out, so I think she might be able to really help out Ruby Soho.
Yeah, because Ruby, she just definitely lost a step last couple of years.
Absolutely. But yeah, that is it. Double or Nothing this Sunday. We'll have an official show review next week, and then on our normal time. You can follow the A Show Network at the A Show RNC on Twitter. You can follow Quan at the Comeback Spot on Twitter. You can follow me, Cyrus, at Cyrus on TWR on Twitter. And you can subscribe to us on patreon.com/the A Show RNC. We're having a fun sort of, I guess, NBA like
if you were already on the Patreon, you about it. We had the our version of all NBA, all WWE, all Raw, all SmackDown, all NXT UK, all the women, and of course all AEW as well. Yeah, they announced the winners on the A Show Patreon that came out today. So I think what you would expect in these spots. You see them. There's a couple surprises. But yeah, we got going on. What else do we have going on? We got spot call. You got two coming out, two of them things.
Yeah, me and Justin haven't talked about it much yet. I think I might talk to him about it tomorrow. But yeah, we'll be having our spot callers little Vader episode, having a little fun with that. Yes, that's about it. Just spot callers just coming really soon. Besides that, it's pretty much just the first like the first team stuff, and then just our weekly episodes, man. If you're a subscriber, appreciate you for coming or like being a subscriber. And I hope if you're not a patron, we can hear you on the Patreon next week.
Please.
Peace out.